Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? The forum discussion is about to begin. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is KHAIRINA MAISARAH BINTI BADROLNIZAM. A very good morning for all the audience and panel members. It's my pleasure to be a moderator for this forum. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to this forum. Thanks for squeezing the time to join us today. The purpose of having this forum is to update and announce some information about advertising that targets children should be banned from our televisions. Before the forum begins, allow me to introduce the panel members. The first speaker is Prof. SYAMIL bin Muhammad Sultan SHAHRIR. His areas of expertise are family counseling and child counseling.
Hi, I'm Professor KHAIRIN.
The second speaker is Mr. AIDIL bin KHAIRIN. He is a well-known social media influence, especially among parents, because of his parenting skills.
Hi, I'm AIDIL and I'm an influencer.
Next, the third speaker is Mr. MOHAMAD HILMI HAKIM bin MOKHTASAR. He is a human resources employee at a Petronas company located in the city of Kuala Lumpur.
Hi, my name is Mr. Muhammad Hakim.
And the last speaker is Mr. AZMI bin KAMAROLZAMAN. He is a father of 2 kids and also a teacher at SMQ Pulau Pangkong.
Hi, I'm Mr. AZMI bin KAMAROLZAMAN.
Without further ado, we shall begin the forum. Nowadays, there are many advertisements for children that are displayed in different ways, such as on televisions. Advertising can have both positive and negative effects on children depending on its content, quality, and presentation. Considering the role that television has in extending the limits of consumption, children turn into a crucial target for the advertising industry. In the light of this goal, children are exposed to thousands of advertisements every year. According to a study carried out in England, a child watches around 140,000 advertisements until they turn 18. However, I think advertisements should be banned on television as they influence the children. Now it is high time for us to think of this problem. I completely agree with this statement. The main reason is because advertising transforms wants into needs. In order to adequately develop, every child needs love, care, education, healthy food, safety, and creative stimulus. There are needs and not just desires. In fact, no child needs brand objects of industrialized food or electronic toys to feel happy. Nevertheless, advertising on television tries to emotionally involve not only children, but all people, instilling in them the sensation that they really need the particular product advertised. If inducing an adult to feel self-demand for not having the car of the year is a violation, doing the same with a child is much more serious. If a child does not have the means to understand, for example, why his or her parents do not give him or her a desired advertised product, so this has driven them to desire it is a cruel and sensitive act. So today, panel members can share information with us. Now, Prof. SYAMIL, I would like to give the first question to you. Is it true that advertisements will affect children's health and behavior?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Moderator. For your information, TV advertisement can affect behavior and health. This is because they will provoke and be aggressive if they want something that is shown in television advertisement like toys and others. However, this can lead to their personality problem because they watch a lot of ridiculous advertising, like they will rebel against their parents if parents don't want to buy it. And then television advertisement mostly have junk food that is not healthy for our kids. Kids will get obesity because unhealthy food like candy, snack foods, sweets, and others. Development kids will be slow, especially when they want to understand something they learn in school because the advertisement has shown the unhealthy food. This is the reason why we need to ban it.
Besides that, can television companies survive if advertisements are banned from TV?
Yes, sure they can. This is because TV has another option to get the income instead of advertising. The options are series, movie, concert, and others. After that, without advertising, parents don't have to worry about ads that don't give a benefit to our kids. When television without advertising can avoid our kids from buying unhealthy food, toys, handphone, and others, so their health and behavior will be taken care of.
It is very wise of you to Prof. Before we move on to Mr. AIDIL, I would like to add some more information. In my view, it motivates children to make their parents. Since children depend on adult examples to construct their own identities, the greater part of the advertisements contain the testimonies of children and famous adults. Also because of the fact that children love toys or they are generally associated with the food industry. And even when advertisement is directed At adults, they usually use visual appeal to draw children's attention. The focus is to reach out to them so that they become sales promoters before their parents and guardians. As a result, they start pestering their parents to buy them these products and toys even if they cannot afford it. Next, it will be nice to hear something from Mr. Karin Adil, since he is a well-known social media influencer. Would you like to say something?
Thank you, Miss Moderator. As an influencer, I have a few things to say for me. I have a few things to say. For me, TV commercials should not be banned because they also deliver lessons without us realizing them. As an influencer, I have been called several times to make short commercial for tourism. But the way they are delivered is different, like asking the audience what the capital of a state is. So parents can take the opportunity to play while learning with their children. Although the advertisement is a tourism advertisement, it is delivered in the form of learning. So not only the parent get benefit, but the children also get new knowledge for their day-to-day life.
Then, what example that you can provide through your speech?
Through advertisement, we can all get the latest information, such as example of advertisement that show disease syndrome, such as COVID-19. At the beginning of the appearance of COVID-19, we did not know about COVID-19. And at that time, the internet appeared with a lot of fake news about COVID-19, us which will faint, our voice will become hoarse and so on. But it's all just fake news. So only the ads on TV at that time can be trusted for the latest information. So children are also aware and know about COVID-19 from advertisement. Also, it can deliver authentic and up-to-date information that can educate children to be more careful in any situation.
For me, it seems that your opinion there makes sense too, Mr. Adil. But how about your thoughts, Mr. Elmi? I'm curious what your thoughts are on this topic. Could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. In this case, parents play an important role in monitoring their children's television viewing and help their children understand the message they find in TV advertising. There are few guidelines parents can set for their children. For example, parents limit their child exposure to marketing on television. Then parents also can limit exposure advertising message and encourage their children to view commercial free show. Lastly, even we ban advertising that target children on television, there's still a lot of advertising that target children out there that children can see, like in shopping malls, billboard, or other online platforms.
Is it true that advertising can bring children into the field of modeling?
Yes, absolutely true. Advertising is a pretty large field, and one of them is children as models. Sometimes children watch models of their age becoming models. Parents can explain what exactly models are to their children. Furthermore, being a child model also has a wide range of benefits. Of course, one of the benefit is big financial. With support and encouragement from parents, their children can be one of the models. At this point, parents can open saving accounts for their children, and parents can teach them how to spend or save money properly and can pay for them when they are older. This could be toward university, education, or emergency. The financial benefits from child modeling are quite large and are one of the reasons parents can include their children in modeling career for their own good in the future.
I think that was new knowledge for me and the rest of the audience. So, Mr. Carol, as a parent, what is your response to our discussion today?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. Here are some of my points of view as a parent. As we all know, children lack maturity and judgment. I'm saying this because they have less experience in their life, and this makes it difficult for them to make the right decision. They are easier to follow the latest trends of trends. According to Statista.com, there are 0.6% digital advertisement that target children in 2016 and increased to 1.7% in 2021. Therefore, by watching advertisement, the target for these children is mean that we are manipulating this child thinking progress. This kind of thing should not be happening in this generation.
Do you think it's true that television encourages children to do some materialistic things?
So the question is not just for the children, but also include us as an adult. But most advertisements that are targeted for children are promoting materialistic things. one thing that we should know is the product that has promoted will be absolutely expensive. With that, we as unaffordable parents cannot provide what our children ask for. They may be disappointed and we may fail as parents. Although we may be an affordable people or parents, we must teach our child to distinguish between what you need and what you want.
I also feel that way, and I want to add a little bit about my opinion. For me, advertising fabricates an empty concept of happiness. For example, toys advertised on television are mostly of poor quality. This is because the advertising party has tricked them into buying substandard goods. Most children would want to buy a new toy if their favorite cartoon character was in the advert. Children cannot make decisions by themselves and cannot distinguish between good and bad products, unlike adults. Without the ability to resist the pressure of advertising, they end up inducing their parents to drown in financing and superfluous expenses and compromising the harmony of the family. Today, because of these maneuvers, children participate in 80% of the decision process in family purchases. So now we are back to Prof. SYAMIL. Is it true that children are easiest to believe anything they hear and watch?
It is true. A child that are still in kindergarten lack the ability to understand the advertisement and are solely there to sell the product. Children are easiest to believe anything they hear and watch in advertising because they are cognitively able to realize the selling product. They also do not understand what the advertisement and advertising claims are sometimes embellished and emphasized to make the sale.
Thank you, Prof. That is very helpful information. What about you, Mr. AIDIL? What you felt as an influencer?
I, as an influencer, have felt that advertisement can also teach our children to properly purchase power. Children are easily influenced and they tell their parents to buy all sort of things without the parent knowing the item has a cheap price. So why do I say that the ad can teach our children the power of buying? That is because in this sophisticated era, it is not just one ad that show the thing, but various advertisement and website that offer cheaper price for the same thing. So why should parents out there lose money like that when we can also instruct our children on purchasing power and show them that we can get the same thing at a lower price?
That is amazing. I think that is a very thoughtful opinion. How about you, Mr. HILMI? Do you have any last words?
Nowadays, there's a lot of advertising about health on television. Point of this advertisement is to educate, inform the children of the importance of taking care of health. There are few good advertisements about health on television, like benefits milk to children, vitamin C, and others. I think we need to multiply advertisement about health that target children to tell them how important taking care of our health. We know children are easily influenced, so I believe they will be influenced to take care of their health by always seeing health advertisement.
Thank you, Mr. HILMI. So, Mr. KHAIRUL, do you think children become more demanding by watching advertisements that target them?
I kind of agree with that because when children were exposed with something cool such as toys, gadgets, or so on, they will become more demanding, especially when they saw what their friends had. That's why it's important to teach our children how to be grateful of what they have right now. But I also did not forbidding you all for giving some present to your children. We can give some present based on their effort in studies, also their attitude.
Thank you, Mr. AZMI. What I can say is it is up to the parents to teach children to be mindful of the advertisement that they see. Certain policies could be implemented to limit the number of advertisements directed to children shown on TV or other sources. Parents should teach them about the purpose of advertisement and that not everything presented about product is true. So this could help them make better decisions when they want certain products. Before we end our forum discussion, I would like to thank our panel members for their participation today and for their willingness to share important information with all of us. So that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.